Imagine. Imagine a world. Imagine a world where someone is labeled a liar. Imagine. Imagine a world. Imagine a world where someone is labeled diseased. Imagine. Imagine a world. Imagine a world where someone is forced into treatment, beaten to pulp, stripped in public, shot to death, or forced to take their own lives because they chose whom to love. Imagine. Imagine a world. Imagine a world where someone's life is a living hell. Robbed of the right to a joyful life, robbed of the right to a choice that affects no one else, robbed of the right to color. Now stop imagining, because that world is real. That world is now, right in front of our eyes. Now imagine. Imagine a world. Imagine a world where if everyone decided to remind themselves that love isn't just made in two colors. Imagine a world where no more are people dragged into asylums to treat themselves out of who they really are. A world where human beings are not forced to take their lives because somebody else cannot tolerate their courage. A world where no one is persecuted for wearing or being anything that fit them and not anybody else's insecurity. A world where we hold hands as allies, as a family. Now stop imagining. Start doing. Because it's not impossible. And if it is impossible, and putting that impossible aside would make life beautiful for someone else, stop imagining. Start unlearning and relearning. The world was filling. The world was filling up with blurs. I strained to make sense and realized that these blurs were people. I jogged to catch up and managed to choke out, "Where?" Something was put into my hands and all the blurs ran off. I looked down into my hands and it was a label. It said impractical. I walked up and saw the busiest business. The store was selling labels, all kinds of them. And the best sellers were the ones that judged us for who we loved. And these labels were colorless. I didn't know colorlessness could sell out though. The label sellers had colorless eyes, colorlessness seeping into their heads from brains that were formed by years of typing. The sellers were once buyers, and the buyers would one day become sellers. They could see colors. I knew they could. They knew they could. But colors were dangerous. Colors could mean hope. Colors could mean love. Colors could mean freedom. But most dangerously, they could mean that they were real. I walked up and tried to tap them on their shoulders and point up at the rainbow in the sky. But they swat off my hands lest I stain their clothes. Anger, helplessness, and sadness filled my eyes, and I looked around in pain. Suddenly, it started raining. Rain pouring through the rainbow in the sky, soaking their clothes, soaking their labels, and soaking their colorless heads in color. so that now no more was there any space for stain. Because the earth had broken into a smile. That smile was love, and that love was all colors.